Immediately after my last ride, it was a shower followed by lunch. As soon as those were done with, it was time to give the bike a good clean and check over ready for the next ride. There was a lot of debris plastered on the mudguards from all the leaf litter on the Kirklees trail. When that had been scraped out, it was a quick job to wash the frame with bike wash and apply a spray-on protector. The wheels got a bit of attention with a wipe down and a check for any embedded sharps in the tread. Once reassembled, a quick application of chain lube finished the job. Since the last time I got on the Turbo Trainer, I've had a good hunt through all my old bits of kit and found 3 working heart rate monitor straps, well, units. The straps are actually what goes the quickest. So yeah, 2 out of 3 straps were no good. Anyway, all of those units worked with the heart reading on the taxi's head unit. So that was a good thing. Last time I didn't even have a heart rate showing, and I was just trying to gauge what equipment I had that worked, and I really shouldn't have recorded that. I mean, I stopped after the length of the warm up, which yeah. And this time I've had the heart rate monitor going, and I needed to fit this Turbo Trainer session in because after Saturday, I was going to go out with family on Sunday, so it was doubtful that I would be being able to squeeze a ride in on the road at all, and yeah, I found a couple of hours free Saturday afternoon after I'd been busy all morning. Let's see. Of course, the morning is usually shopping. This time I had to fill the car up and get it washed as well. So if they ever put washing the car on Strava, you'll get the car washed more often, and I'll feel less guilty about missing exercise routines. Anyway, so I decided to put in an hour on the Turbo Trainer just at a low level heart rate. I was trying to keep down about 124 beats per minute. That sounded reasonable. I really haven't got a clue on the heart rate zones again yet. So in the end it was fluctuating a bit. Well, I did put in a bit of effort. I got it up to 131 beats per minute. I was still in the small ring, just twiddling between, mostly in 80 beats, so 80 pedal strokes a minute, and 100. That's what took my heart rate up to 130. Anyway, I tried to relax to get it back down again, and it was a bit slow coming back down. Anyway, with an hour of that, I mean, being on a Turbo Trainer is harder, is more intense than being on the road, because the road, your ride gets interrupted by traffic blocking you, by traffic lights, by downhills where you can't put the power down. But anyway, so I'm not going to inflict a full hour's worth of Turbo Trainer on you. It's Anyway, my legs certainly felt like they had done something by the time I'd finished. And of course, the need to get the timing on the turbo today, apart from, I mean, why couldn't I just wait until Monday to get the next ride in? Well, I rather rashly signed up for a Strava challenge, which said get 4 hours exercise movement in January. Well, that's 4 weeks. I signed up with approximately a week to go. So you can guess I was rather short on time. Anyway, I think I can say. I'll tell you about the setup as I've got it right now. Because these days you've got Zwift and the virtual cycling with all these smart turbo trainers. Well, this in the days before the internet and smart internet connected turbo trainers, you could get DVDs with training routines on, and this particular one was actually a freebie with Cycling Weekly, I believe, and it featured Rob Hales and Victoria Pendleton, along with the coach and two other riders who I hadn't actually come across. Anyway, I didn't follow the routine on this, and I was watching it on my an old PowerBook, Mac PowerBook, because it was the only laptop I had with a DVD player built in. My PC laptop doesn't even have a CD player. Where you have to download all software off the web these days. You don't need. They reckon that you don't need a CD or DVD player, but I've got a lot of videos CD and DVDs, well, on DVD. So what I'd been doing now, I've been sharing the DVD player from my printer. A light burner DVD drive, or well, why it have it on the printer I don't know, but it has, and I was sharing that to the laptop. Now, after that I actually rebuilt a desktop PC that's, well, a Tower PC, my previous main computer. That was an i7, and this is what I do my video editing on. It was a Core i7, and I had 16 megabytes of RAM and a 2 terabyte hard drive. And then the neighbourhood got struck by lightning and killed the PC. And turns out, well, it was the hard drive that went west, and I haven't recovered any data off that, but I bought a new 4 terabyte hard drive, and I found that it killed one of the slots of my memory, so I'm running with 12 gigabytes of memory instead of 16. But hey, it's usable. I can edit videos on it, and you lucky people. Anyway, so that's basically my setup for using this Tacx and doing videos. Of course, you've seen the camera, the DJI Osmo Action 3. Right time with the handlebar mount on that, it keeps slipping, and I've got incredible torque on the fastenings. I also received a lapel mic, a radio lapel mic to suit this. Everybody says lavalier mic, but that's not part of the English language. It's the cultural pollution of Americanisms. Anyway, there's my little rant. I was forgetting to say about the pulse meter, of course, wouldn't record to the phone, so I had no heart rate to go on to Strava at this point. But I think I've said elsewhere that I was looking at a Polar H10 heart rate strap, but that was yet to arrive, so no recordings onto Strava apart from the time. This was put down as a workout, so it didn't offer the option of a virtual ride. I mean, this is as much a virtual ride as any Zwift ride. Anyway, I will leave it there so you don't inflict a whole hours of Turbo Trainer on you. If you really hate the video and you're a masochist, click like, subscribe, and you can watch it all again.